September 30th, a new era of artificial intelligence begun, and with it, a new age of scams, impersonation, and creative demise started. Look at this video. That video is AI generated. So is this one, and this one, and every other video on this new app. Sora 2 is like a TikTok clone, but for only AI generated videos. It was made by OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT. Likely more is a stunt to try and cement themselves as the leader in AI generated videos after Google's VO3 went viral this summer.
This is fucking insane. How is this so good?
Honestly, this app is pretty incredible. You scan your face and then you can either create videos with your persona, public personas, or just doom scroll the AI generated videos. It is still invite only, but has already topped the Apple App Store. The speed at which this tech is improving is pretty mind-boggling. In September of last year, OpenAI released Sora 1, and then Google responded with VO2 in February, and then VO3 in May. Every time we see a new update, it's exponentially better than the last one. This wasn't a very big issue at first, because it was still pretty easy to tell what was AI and what wasn't. But this time it's different. These videos are already almost perfect. Remember how AI used to struggle with text? Not anymore. They fixed the problem with fingers and the weird physics, and it's almost impossible to tell now. It's a massive leap in tech. But there's also a dark side. In the first quarter alone of 2025, people aged 60 or older in the US lost almost $740 million due to AI scams. And keep in mind that was only the reported ones. That was already a $200 million jump from the previous year. That was when it was still pretty obvious, but I just mentioned that now it is almost perfect. I can kinda see the fumbled text in the background, but by the end of the year, it would probably be impossible to tell. Just imagine receiving a video that looks and sounds exactly like your brother, saying that he's in danger and needs a few $100s. You think you might not fall for it, but you've never been in a situation where you have been that deeply manipulated. Luckily, I haven't been either, but in the near future, you can see how that might become a regular problem. And that also goes for celebrities and politicians, where now people can just create videos of them endorsing fake products when they never gave their consent to do that. But even worse is fake news. We already saw this year how these videos are used maliciously to spread propaganda, especially with the terrorist organizations. Those were still pretty bad and obvious, but what if you see a CCTV footage of someone committing a crime in your feed that looks perfect? You're not going to be able to know the difference. Never even mind court cases where anyone can just now generate a video of you committing some crime. How will the justice system even handle that? Previously, camera footage was the most incriminating piece of evidence. Now they'll need to create some system in order to be able to differentiate between what's real and what's not. And then, what about me? Am I not going to be doing this? Because AI can just generate it in seconds and probably do a better job. I would like to believe that people will choose to watch human-made content, even if it looks nearly identical. But I'm not sure about that anymore, because apparently the first feature film to be fully directed by AI is scheduled for next year. I'm a big supporter of AI. I use it to write and brainstorm and so on. But as a creative, being replaced is a real concern. So what do we do now? The good news, first of all, is that OpenAI is much more heavily regulating the content that is being produced. And secondly, there seems to be a major rush to start and making tools that can detect AI content. But now it's also in our hands to pause and decide for ourselves what we think is AI and what's not. We will need to start and be much more attentive with the content that we consume. This technology could also probably be very useful for learning and education. Say you want to know how to repair a very specific part in your fridge. In the future, you'll probably be able to make a video that can show you exactly the steps needed to repair that certain part. Or create a video tailored to you as a surgeon to be able to learn how to perform a surgery in a voice that's specifically made for you. And it could also be really useful for free stock footage or B-roll, and could also empower people to create things that they have never been able to do before. The other thing that makes me hopeful is that we've had computers playing chess for decades now, and no human has been able to compete with a computer, but we still choose to watch humans play rather than AIs or machines. And my hope is that AI will be used as a very powerful tool to help create content rather than fully doing it. And that kind of brings up the question of, when is something fully AI made? Is it when it's made with a prompt? Is it when it's fully on its own? Is it when it only makes the sound or only the visuals? And I don't really have an answer for that. I hope that even with the ability to create content in a split of a second, people will still choose to watch man-made content. And honestly, I'd expect a badge of some sort to start appearing to show that something is man-made. Sora 2 could be really bad, and maybe we should start worrying about what it means for the future. Or maybe it wouldn't be so bad and actually pretty awesome. Tell me what you think, and yeah.